First, can everybody tell me what their speeds are? The speed on their mech?
5?
4.
Speed 4, by the way.
We're still on 1.75, right? So it's just 4 plus your agility.
That's right.
Radically different in 8.
Each mech has like a base speed in 8 instead of modifiers to the haze stuff.
Oh, I see.
So I think
The puppy in the background?
Yep. Oh, you can hear that? Actually, I think that's our older dog sort of freaking out about the puppy. Puppy isn't that noisy. Yeah.
You got Puppy Tom.
We did. It's my dad's early birthday present. Yeah. It's Pippin.
Corgis are they're very vocal.
Okay, I need Duke and Adbury to make I need you to make one systems check and one systems check with one difficulty. Okay. Well, actually, do that, and then I've forgot we need to recap. So when last we played, if you can cast your memory back that far into the past, and Bradbury were on the surface of the planet with the Fitzwallace brothers, the members of the Albatross, and had just destroyed a few of the drones who were tearing apart this crashed Harrison Armory ship on the surface of the rogue Melbourne Highport. Hotwire, you are in a surveillance trunk with Pizza Girlfriend having just destroyed a local node of the AI network that's appears to have taken over the station. We're going to start with the guys on the surface first, and then talk about what's going on in the surveillance booth. Okay, so you guys both make these checks. Okay, let's see.
Damn, dude.
Oh, that's pretty
God,
crazy.
you rolled the same thing twice? Both of you.
Wow. What are the odds on that? All right, Bradbury, you happen to be scanning with thermal sensors. You detect a flicker of heat emissions here. Are you guys all looking at the Roll20?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you detect a flicker of heat emissions there. There seems to be no accompanying visual signature. Or in other words, you can't see anything where your infrared cameras tell you there's some kind of transitory signature. And in addition, Bradbury, you also hear a garbled transmission and are able to it up and decode it quickly. The transmission goes, "Away team, this is T'Challa. We just detect 2 returns from the True Seeing Array in your target perimeter. Be advised, relay drones likely to go off station in approximately 3 minutes. With any luck, we'll be restoring coverage to your area within the established timetable. Goodbye and good luck out there."
Tom, sorry, where are the heat things again? I was too zoomed in.
Let me show you. There, you see that? The ping thing? Okay. And it looks like it's on the surface of the space station. What do you guys do?
Okay, I'm gonna give Duke a heads up about the heat signal, and then I'm gonna make my way over there.
You're walking over there?
Yeah.
Okay. And Duke, what are you doing?
Do I also like see it now?
She can point.
I know.
The signature is gone. It was just like a flicker, but she can point it out exactly where she saw it to you.
Yeah, I want to walk over there.
Okay.
Try to grab this thing.
All right. You guys both roll another systems check.
What kind of check, Tom?
Systems. No difficulty.
Systems.
Systems, yeah.
Jeez, you suck.
Mm.
3 in a row.
Good job.
My God.
Dr. Goodrolls is in the house. You see another flicker here.
Can I shoot at the? Or I don't see it, right?
You only know of the one right there in front of you.
Bradbury, shoot at this thing.
You can, yeah, I mean, you can like share screens essentially.
I mean, you're the sniper.
Yeah, I'll give him a heads up about the other heat signal. Is there any way that I can get more information about the further away one?
I think you can scan it. Let me read up on that real quick.
I don't think it's further away. The guy's walking.
What do you think?
You can find out by killing it.
If you scan, you make a tech attack. If successful, you can ask your GM to reveal one of the following. Your target's full statistics or hidden information about the target, such as information caches it's carrying, current mission, pilot ID, etc.
So I can do a tech attack, you said?
Yes, you may.
I'll do that.
Right.
And that's just
Go for
a
it.
D20, right? So bonuses.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, 4th 18. Oh.
That's. Oh, I thought you were telling me that it was
Shouldn't have said
the
it.
4th 18. What'd you get?
A 2.
Yeah, you direct your sensors at this area, but you don't detect anything. Duke, you do anything?
I say, oh well, must not be anything. Do you want to shoot at it?
Yeah, I wanted to shoot it, but I think he's gone. Right?
Yeah, he's far away. Well, he was far away.
Here-ish, right?
Pretty sure a tech attack is a quick action, so you could still skirmish, for instance.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just gonna open up in the general direction of where I think this thing is with my pistol.
Okay.
Should I roll like a?
So roll an
What's up?
roll just a normal attack. Okay, you fire semi-randomly, kicking up craters and dust on the vacuum-scarred surface of the space station. Doesn't appear to be any result other than shooting at rocks would give you.
All right.
All right, unless you guys have any bright ideas, I'm gonna switch over to Hotwire.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. I don't have a second skirmish or anything. Like, do I have a second roll? Because it's the same mount.
Because it's the same
It's
one.
like I've got 2 pistols on 1 mount. Do I roll twice for those, or is it 1 for the mount?
I think you do, yeah.
Is that all the weapon you have? Is it
At range. Barrage is the one that fires all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you could barrage because you didn't take any of their actions in this turn, in quotes.
Okay.
Where you're not quite initiative, but
Am I like
sort of.
closing it? Can I like close with where I think this thing is and attack? Is that like a reasonable thing?
Let me take a close look at the map. Oh, have you guys been moving your tokens?
I moved my guy from where he started out to where the first like ping was.
Yeah, you can try. First roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can roll your attacks.
Should I roll all my weapons or just like roll like a particular weapon?
Roll all your weapons.
Do you mean like roll damage for all of them, or like roll like I passed the barrage check?
Like roll, you passed sort of the initial
Okay.
thing, so you can roll attacks for all of them.
Okay. So yeah, I forget my attack order. I guess I start with the heavy, so that's good. My normal charge blade's also like a flat roll. I'll do that. Oh, actually, I'll roll the charge blade with disadvantage to go for a trip using duelist. Because I get 2 accuracy from duelist, and then I'm penalized on the thing, and then I take an accuracy. So actually, that's a flat roll.
Yeah, just go ahead and roll normally. This should be a pretty simple thing.
I missed.
Okay. So that's a miss.
And is this guy within 50 feet or 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay, so I missed everything but the heavy weapon.
Okay. How much damage do you deal with a heavy weapon?
2d6 plus 2 plus 3 burn.
Hit it.
Lore-wise, I feel like that makes sense. If you couldn't see the person, like the easiest thing to hit them with would be the
Okay.
heavy weapon.
Yeah, you strike out with all your weapons, sort of probing for a target, and you miss with everything but your heavy Tetsubo bat, which you feel the feedback, the haptic feedback from an impact, and you see on your camera view screen your weapon is arrested in midair, and your shock wreath modification lights up the hull of some small insectile drone crawling over the surface in front of you, apparently trying to flee from your probing attacks. You follow up with a few more strikes, and you manage to destroy it pretty quickly. Finish with that. Let's go to Hotwire. Okay, so you have just fried this sort of haphazard agglomeration of computer parts wrapped around an NHP casket with the help of Pizza Girlfriend, with the death cries of this thing still ringing in your ears. Maybe it's not exactly clear what part of you is receiving these messages. Pizza Girlfriend, as you suggested, heads over to some of the intact display screens of this apparently like a small surveillance center, typical of Harrison Armory paranoia, and begins to search for some kind of input device. And she turns to you and says, hey, dismount and come down here. I want to show you how that knife you got works.
Jesper kind of shakes her head a little bit in the aftermath of the AI screaming in whatever sense it seems to be being heard. Takes a moment to respond. Right, sure, of course. Did you hear that by any chance?
Yeah, did you? I thought you did.
Yeah, that was a little disturbing. Does that usually happen with these sorts of things?
Well, not to everyone. I'm glad to have some support here, to be honest.
Everyone? What do you mean by that?
I mean, she's wearing a full face helmet, but she kind of cocks her head at you and says, well, you know what I mean.
What do you mean, like there's something different about us? I'm dismounting whilst I'm doing this, like slowly.
Yeah, exactly. Sure, I know everybody doesn't like to talk about it. Come here, and I'll show you that that knife you picked up has a few tricks up its sleeve besides, what you'd expect. And she hands out her hand.
Haven't really got the chance to test it out much myself, but like it does seem like a fun little piece of tech, and I attempt to do like a casual flip of it so that I can catch it by the like the part of the blade and handle to her. I don't know I should roll for that or anything, but just trying to act nonchalant, even though I'm definitely
Roll
not.
with. Have you spent a lot of time in zero gravity?
No.
Okay, roll with difficulty. Roll. I don't know what you should roll. Flash, I guess.
Flash. Oh, that's just flat. That's flat. You said 1 difficulty? Oh, it's okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you managed to sort of spin it around your fingers a few times. You weren't quite sure how it would handle in in the absence of gravity, or more likely you just didn't consider it, but it seems to turn out all right. And ultimately you extend it hilt first towards Pizza Girlfriend. She takes it and runs one gauntleted finger down the spine of the blade. The pommel of it, which was a sort of an unusually heavy and reflective sphere of metal, actually begins to contort into what you recognize as basically like a futuristic USB device. And she plugs it into a port on the console there.
Is there just like a knife sticking out of the console now, or did she take something
like
out?
The hilt of the knife is stuck into the console.
Okay.
And
That's my hacking knife.
the blade is pointing outward.
I hadn't had the opportunity. It's gonna be tough to get that out of there. I hadn't really had the opportunity to examine it too thoroughly, but I think there should be some kind of encrypted data in there. Is that right?
Yeah, it hasn't been that long since you picked it up, huh? You got a pretty good eye for these things, but I wouldn't expect anything less. You should keep poking around there. You might find something that might help you move up.
Many people have told me that I have overly curious fingers, but I guess we'll see.
Well, for us, that's an advantage, right?
I suppose it's got me this far, hasn't it?
She taps on a few of the keyboards located around the room, and after a minute or so, right, it looks like I have access to some of the surveillance systems on this thing, and over a pretty good spread of the station too. Doesn't look like I have a lot of access, but I can watch through cameras and see these drones come and go, and it doesn't seem like these hangdog clones have any grip on this particular part of the station. It seems pretty uncorrupted.
Uncorrupted. Interesting. Do you have any visual on the rest of my team, perchance?
Don't have surface cameras.
Damn.
At least not for this part of the station. Can't you raise them on comms?
It's kind of a long shot, but is there any way that we might be able to see what areas of the station are the most heavily corrupted at this point?
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Look, I really have access to kind of cameras and stuff. I can't see the code or detect much of the protocols being exchanged between these remote units, but there seems to be a lot of them in the manufactory sections. You know, the big printers down in the deeper subterranean. They used to make spare parts and process some of the outgoing cargo, the Mosanite and stuff. Looks like all but one of the piers where the ship docks are pretty quiet. Looks like they got some kind of. It looks like they're modifying like all kinds of tugs and a few gunships there. I'm not sure what they're doing. Beyond that, hard to say.
This is mostly just her like looking at the feeds, right, and sort of relaying what she's interpreting.
From what you can see on the screens, it's mostly cameras. There is an auditory detection system set up, but looks like almost all the situation is exposed to vacuum, so that's not picking up anything right now. And It looks like there's some kind of, looks almost like a, that thing on like Windows Media Player that is the equalizer display, except it's for radio signals. So this station can detect where signals are being sent and like the volume, but can't really decode or intercept signals being sent.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, and looks like, what is this, a food court? Looks like all the cameras have been knocked out there. Not sure what's going on. Oddly enough, that place is transmitting audio. I can hear some kind of movement. It must be pressurized still.
I think. Do we have visitors or not visitors? Do you think there's somebody home then?
I don't know. This place has been orbiting Eumenides for, like half a year. It's been adrift in deep space for a year and a half before that. Hard to imagine
Unlikely then.
somebody still being on board. I guess maybe those albatross fuckers might have set up a base or something, but I think there's only the three of them there. The Tweedledee and Tweedledum and their dear leader, wherever she is. On that note,
whatever we do,
your two squad mates, can we trust them? I mean,
I think so. They're good.
Did
They're good folk.
Did they hear? Could they hear that what was said too? Do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. I couldn't tell you honestly. It's never come up before. This is kind of new territory for all of us, so hence the curiosity on my part. But I think they can be trusted. They've saved my life on numerous occasions at this point.
Oh, all right. That's good enough for me, I guess. Well,
on that note, we should probably try to reach out to them.
Yeah,
I haven't heard much from them in a little while.
You should raise them on your frames comm system there. And
able to do that from inside the satellite?
This place is fairly close to the surface.
Checkmate Squadron, this is Hotwire. I have neutralized it. What is it, like the central, the relay? I think, is that what we just neutralized essentially?
It's sort of like a local command mind.
Mm-hmm.
For this network.
I've neutralized the local,
good work,
local network.
We saw the lights go out up here. Looks like you knocked everything out in this sector.
Glad to have helped. We seem to be have some insight on what might be going on inside the satellite. We might want to regroup before we make another move.
We'll move to your position.
Copy. And then I guess I would like drop a ping or something,
we know
relay.
We all left from the same elevator, right? So we can go back to that.
Location information.
Yeah, you can. As you're getting this message, you feel, all of you, I think, feel the ground under your feet rumble. Make a notice check, I guess. Actually, just the two of you on the surface, make a notice check.
Nice.
Good enough. But any of you, all right, either of you who succeed, you kind of get a sense of the direction the rumble is coming from. You turn, it's toward the equator of the station. And you turn and you see one of the skyscraper-sized cargo mass drivers oriented around the equator of the space station begin to traverse. Looks like it's aiming on a slightly upward and tracking away from you. You see, even from this distance, bolts of lightning begin to emit from its surface and arc across the surface of this basically a gargantuan railgun. And as you watch, finally, the arcs reach a crescendo and the whole thing recoils visibly. And you feel another rumble, more intense, but gone almost as quickly as it came, roll through the surface of the Melbourne Highport. And a moment after that, you see each one of the visible mass drivers begin to reorient. It looks like they're beginning to point at something more elevated from Eumenides, the planet that you can barely see the rim of below you. All of them begin to see these arcs across the surface.
Seeing the surface of the asteroid we're on, or the surface of the planet?
The surface of the guns. These mass drivers, they're
Hotwire,
mostly used to
you guys
move cargo
seeing
around.
anything down there in the surveillance room? It looks like the station is shooting.
Are we saying anything?
It's cargo cannons. Not sure what it's shooting at, but if this is under the control of an evil computer, probably at the planet we just came from.
Are we saying anything changing?
Nothing. There are feeds from the control rooms of each of these cannons. It looks like it's sort of a mess in there, and there are these circuit boards and NHP caskets everywhere, much like the room you just cleared, but nothing specific seems to be going on in these feeds, and there are no exterior feeds in those
what's
positions.
Our fastest way to shut this whole station down?
Sorry,
Can we just cycle the main AI and fix the whole thing in one shot, or do we have to go sector by sector, blowing each one up?
I guess as I patch, put it on speakerphone, put him on speakerphone for Pete's girlfriend.
Yeah, Pizza Girlfriend says, let me look into this. She starts typing very quickly, like
She gets her IBM Model M keyboard and places it on top of the computers.
It's like a Mountain Dew slams it down.
In order to perpetrate a hack. I am actually checking my notes to see what happens next.
Could we feel the tremors like in the control room?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
As this is happening, I think all of you can pick up. If you remember last session, there was this sort of chorus of transmissions coming from all over the surface of the station. The same voice repeating, "Can't find it," over and over. Now, all of a sudden, you hear some of them change to "Found it!" And then it gradually spreads, and eventually there's just a chorus of "Found it," repeating constantly. And after, there's a transmission of some kind of code. You can roll a systems check to see what the code is.
Is that me or everybody?
Anyone.
Okay.
You and me too.
Rolling systems.
Yeah, you all managed to decode it. It's not that difficult, and it's actually somewhat familiar. It's a military printer code for printing military-grade high explosive, like the kind you find in breaching charges or engineering or demolition charges.
Seems bad. I don't think we've got a lot of time left.
Wait, Pizza Girlfriend, where is this code coming from?
The computer must be sending it out, taunting us.
Was this here?
I don't know. I mean, nothing here really tells me. Data transmission meters are going off the charts. I don't know. Maybe they found it on one of the crashed ships. I mean, it's possible there are some logistics ships that may have been equipped to print out breaching charges or something. You said it was a military grade high explosive?
That's right.
Ah, that's what it is.
That would explain why they're sawing apart all these ships.
Shit.
I wonder what they're using all that fuel they're harvesting for. Though.
Are Gore and the other guy back with us? Are they like standing near us though?
Yeah, they're there. They haven't done anything interesting yet. Actually, at that moment, Pizza Girlfriend says this is a direct transmission to Hotwire, so it's not Bradbury and Duke. Don't hear this. Says, why don't you get your team back here, ditch the Albatross guys or kill them? I don't care, and we can plan how to take this station down and kill these rogue NHPs, put them out of their misery.
You getting the impression you're not super hot on these Albatross boys. Everybody seems to love them. I barely know them. I'd never heard of them up until a couple of months ago, but everybody else I talk to seems to love them. Is there something about them I should know?
They got great PR, but they're completely opposed to our mission.
All right. I don't think anybody needs to get hurt here. We're trying to save lives here, but it's I'll see what we can do.
You're sweet, kid. Yeah, see what you can do. And about that time, Gore transmits to the two of you on the surface. Hey, we're getting a transmission from our commander. Looks like we're not going to be able to stop these rogue NHPs from getting what they want from what's on the surface. So we should head back inside before
let's take
before
a second
things
here.
get any worse out here.
How are you even in?
We can't do any good out here.
The system's been under siege for years. What are you guys doing here?
Oh, sure, we're running anti-piracy stuff mission
off of an abandoned HA research facility.
Oh, we're not based here. We were just checking it out, since you guys seem to have things handled planet side, and stuff's
you just happen to be checking it out when
in theater.
Midway through this conversation, can I patch into Bradbury and
NHP
to Duke?
What's that?
Can I patch in just like the simplest possible message, just text, or like no sound, nothing that can get through, like encrypted specifically to them, our secure line on our Discord channel. I'll patch through them like ditch Albatross.
Right. Yeah, you guys receive that message. Let me see if anything needs to be rolled.
Whether or not I accidentally patch it to their LCD displays on the front of their mechs.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you guys get that message.
What do you guys know about the NHP on this station? I just don't believe that you happen to be hanging out here when it went rogue and then started shooting at a planet.
Well, we were here checking out for almost a day before that damn what do you call her, a hacktivist? I like that word. Yeah, she showed up
a day before,
and then everything was quiet before then. I don't, she comes out of the center of the station like a bat out of hell.
We destroyed her frame on Gloria's World a week ago.
God knows how. I don't know. She was.
I don't know how she got here, let alone how she's.
Wait, you ran into her? What do you?
We
how
fought
do you know
her
it
on
was her
Gloria's
mech?
World.
Wait,
Somehow she
did
got
you
here
run
before
into
we did.
her on
and
Gloria's
she got a
World?
new mech. So she has to have some kind of control of this systems of this station to be able to do that. I know I can't trust her. I'm trying to figure out if we can trust you.
We're with the Albatross. We're the good guys. And trust me, there was no ship docked at this station except the one we came in on.
Oh, you guys have a ship?
Sure. I mean, we can't run
Sure.
anti-piracy ops without some kind of space superiority
I mean,
platform.
I'm going to ignore Hotwire's message. Like I read it, but I'm just not. I'm not.
Classic Duke.
It's cool.
Addy chimes in. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Addy is the tough, strong, silent type of the two.
Well, before we do, I just have to make one thing clear because I don't want there to be any surprises.
He says, "All right, guys, we got to get a move on. Royal Wing of Aqua wants us.
We have to
inside
recover this casket.
immediately.
We can't just destroy it. As long as you guys are okay with us taking it back to the Navy for research, we're going to get along just fine. All right, let's roll.
All right, we can. I'm sure we can come to an understanding.
I just shake my head and follow Duke.
Okay. Bradbury, you got anything to say?
I give an audible sigh. I don't know if he can.
Okay. You shake your head in the privacy of your cockpit and follow Duke. Oh, shit. What just happened?
It's just me and Craig right now recording. Well, it's time for a word from our sponsors. Oh, there, never mind.
Did we lose Tom?
I think so.
It says he's still in the chat.
I think the last thing I heard him say is that something went down on his end.
Oh, okay.
News. It's a great time for a commercial break.
Yeah.
Any sponsors you guys want to shout out to this week?
Squarespace.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So,
MeUndies.
and ZipRecruiter.
All right.
Survived. Yep. What happened?
You guys hear me? Okay. Cool. I don't know. It seems like there's some thing on my computer. I don't know if you swipe the touchpad or what, but it like transfers you to a clean desktop where none of your
like logged into
apps are active. And I don't know how to get back, and it happens sometime.
Got automatically logged into the best
None of my programs that I have to have information at my fingertips are active. So
you got hacked.
I was hacked. Yeah, somebody succeeded on a tech attack against me. So you guys are headed back in. Is the conversation over with the Albatross boys?
Yeah, I wanted to sow distrust to raise the issue that, she's getting new weapons from somewhere. And also that, we want to take something back. We don't want to just reset the AI. Okay.
Just to sort of give you a glimpse behind the curtain, I'm sort of envisioning this space station arc to be more of a freeform sort of heist thing. You guys are like free to make allies and plans as you choose, rather than having I know exactly what scene plays out one after another, just to clue you guys in as to how I imagined this being played.
Cool.
It'll pit ally against ally.
The ally of my enemy is, I guess, my enemy.
Yeah.
If you do the math.
Is that how the saying goes?
The age-old one, yeah.
So you guys are heading back to the elevator. The two Albatross members are taking up the rear. With any conversations you guys want to happen while you're in transit?
Question. During that conversation with the Albatross boyos, Could I hear that? Was I patched in, or am I in the dark about that?
So that's up to Duke and Bradbury.
Either is fine. I just want to know.
No, yeah, I was just talking to them.
Okay, so I don't know. Cool.
All right. Duke and Bradbury, you both have size 1 max, right?
Yep.
Okay. You all arrive at the waypoint that Hotwire has set up. You're able to navigate your max right up to the entrance to this place. It is going to be... there's definitely not room in it for more than one size 1 mech.
There is room for one size 1 mech?
There's room for one size 1 mech, which is already in the room. So there's room for no further mechs.
Okay. Yeah, I'll dismount and walk into the room.
All right. Yeah, you guys park your mechs. The Albatross guys say, we'll keep watch.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Okay. All right. Actually, Addy, why don't you head in and I'll keep watch. That sound cool? Is that cool? That copacetic? Cool. Cool.
Well then,
So Addy dismounts and heads in.
Bradbury, why don't you keep watching? I'll head in. Do you want to do that, or are you gonna?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good idea that I stay out there with him.
And just like that, our heroes split the party again.
Bradbury, you're staying mounted and hanging out
Yes.
in the corridor.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a once more. So close to reuniting and yet still so far apart. So there's basically room for one mech to walk down this corridor. So Gore's mech and Duke's mech are stacked up one after the other in front of the hatch, and then Bradbury and Adi are standing in a line a little ways further on, unless you have some specific maneuver you want to do, Bradbury, or position.
No, that sounds good.
Okay.
Duke, before you just
he's Gore is sort of standing with his back against the wall, like about 20 feet up the corridor from you. All right, so you guys all head into the surveillance room. As Gore enters the room, Pizza Girlfriend turns and looks right at you, Hotwire, for a few seconds. Her featureless helm somehow managing to stare daggers at you before she turns back to the computers.
Did we catch you off guard, Pizza Girlfriend? Thought you would shave off a few members of our faction here.
Adi says, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
It's like I said on the way here, we can't remotely trust her around this type of equipment. She's trying to get rid of you.
Goddamn right. Are you is this text and not subtext? You're kind of transmitting this?
Yeah, I'm just talking. I'm just talking out of my helmet here.
Okay. It's all radio because this is in a vacuum.
Oh, okay.
So you do have the option to selectively transmit to...
I certainly would not use that option.
Okay. Pizza Girl looks at you, Hotwire, again for a second.
I noticeably slouch in disappointment.
It's pretty hard to read
That's it.
body language in a vacuum suit, but
no, listen,
she looks stressed out.
This is getting out of hand here. We're not. There's nothing covert going on here. We have bigger issues to deal with.
That's enough sulking out of the both of you. We have some matters to discuss, and I'm going to get some answers. How did she get another mech hotwire? She went into that blink portal, and she's been up here for a week.
I'm a little
Where did she
speechless,
print
yeah.
another frame? She has to have access to the station systems. She knows more than she's letting on about what's going on here. Everybody can walk off this station unharmed as long as we can be clear about what everyone's goals are. And I'm sure all three parties here can come to an agreement. But I want to hammer it out in advance and not get stabbed in the back at the last minute. What were you really doing on Glorious World, Pizza Girlfriend?
He's imprisoned. I think.
A Pizza Girlfriend looked at you, Hotwire, for a second, and then at Duke and says, yeah, I was imprisoned. I was out of the loop.
You were imprisoned by Harrison Armory?
Wait, while this is happening, because now like everything that I thought that I was really comfortable with is kind of being thrown into doubt all at once. Is there
right?
any
By
equivalent like
HA?
insight check or anything? Yeah.
Yeah?
Can I do that? Is there an insight thing that I can do?
Well, what
I'm trying to-
exactly are you trying to determine? And how
I'm
are you
trying
trying
to
to
see
determine it?
whether or not when Pizza Girlfriend says, yeah, I was imprisoned, whether or not it seems like she's just like copying me, or that does that seem like the genuine answer to the query?
Roll notice with one difficulty, because you can't see her
Sure.
facial expressions or anything like that.
For sure. No idea. What a mask.
Bradbury, Gore sends a transmission to you and says, "So you've been planetside long?"
Who sent that transmission to me?
Or the Albatross pilot who is in the corridor keeping watch with you.
I want so badly for this to just be like a flirtation. It'd be so funny.
Why do you ask?
That'd be so funny.
I was just making conversation.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Since we're both watching on watch, sort of.
SL?
I say watching, not talking, and I like shut off the communication.
Cut the chatter out there, Bradbury. This isn't a vacation.
I audibly roll my eyes at Duke.
That's an 8, eh? Yeah, it's hard to say, but what Duke is saying is kind of throwing everything Pizza Girlfriend, has presented herself as a friendly ally and potential mentor into
Question.
Yeah, exactly. Quite an ugly shadow on it, isn't it?
Surprise, Duke's ruining something. Can he hear this?
If you're actually transmitting, then yes, he can definitely hear it.
Pizza Girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna lay things bare.
What?
We've got the mech in the room. We've got 2 people stacked up in the hallway. We can all walk out of this room together, come clean about what's going on, and finish this with everybody alive. Or we can finish it with the 5 of us.
Bradbury, I thought you
Did you say that over the radio?
about
No,
the Duke
That would have been really
hating
fun.
Duke ruining everything.
Ruining everything. He hates fun.
Duke fucking hates fun, dude.
Oh yeah, I said that part over the radio.
Pizza Girlfriend says she types away at the computer for a moment, and briefly you think she's ignoring you, and then she transmits, "Come clean about what? What am I supposed to come clean about?"
We know that there's some kind of HA tech that was on this station and was planetside in Glorious World. There are only 2 things in both of those situations that link them. There's the NHP, both on the station and at the facility planetside. There's your frame, and then there's you.
You know that.
So you're involved in this somehow. They didn't just keep you alive in stasis for 50 years.
What makes you say that since you
walked
know so
into the
much?
wrong room?
This is Pizza
But
Girlfriend.
I don't know.
Not,
What's that?
your GM just being sassy with you. While this is happening, Adi walks over to the chair Pizza Girlfriend is hanging on to, and in sort of a some threatening body language, puts his hands on the back of it and leans in, looking over her shoulder.
For flavor, stature wise, how do they compare?
Adi is they're actually about the same height. Adi is quite a bit heavier than her. They're both wearing combat rated vacuum suits, so that covers up a fair amount of the difference. Pizza Girlfriend has still has that submachine gun slung across her shoulder. Adi has a cavalry saber and a heavy revolver on his hip.
Hey, back up, trooper. She's no slouch. We've tangled with her on Gloria's World before. She'll gut you like a pig if you stand close to her like that with your guard open.
Yeah, I don't slouch either. Don't you worry about yourself and let me worry about me.
Listen, pizza girlfriend. I feel weird calling you that after all this, but we're just trying to help out the situation here. We all felt the tremors that came through here a couple of minutes ago. Clearly, we don't really have time to be dealing with all this. And if truly what you're here to do is not malevolent against us specifically, we all have different reasons to be here. But clearly, none of us want this rogue satellite doing what it's about to do, I'd assume. But just something that this is all very suspicious, and we're all kind of at odds, and this is not doing any favors to us trying to stop the satellite from going rogue any more than it already is. So if there's I'm no public speaker for sure, but this just seems unnecessary. We're all, I assume, on the same side, are we not?
Adi takes a short barking laugh into his mic as you say that. Pizza Girlfriend looks around at him, then at you, and says, "If we're on the same side, get him to back off."
That went to, I know I spoke to you directly, but this we are acting with too much hostility within our own party here. We don't have the numbers to be infighting this much. This is happening right now. We need to move. So whether that means we need
can I like do a pull rank command roll on Adi and kind of, get in line, soldier. This isn't constructive.
What are you trying to accomplish, and how are you trying to accomplish it?
I'm gonna call him by his rank and serial number, and I want him to, stand behind me. I'm running this op. You're not helping by, threatening this person so openly. Should do more veiled threats like me.
Literally, you don't know his serial number, or indeed if the Albatross even has serial numbers. But roll command.
Yep. I guess your voice cracked in the middle of that or something. Listen, soldier.
I made up some ranks and serial numbers, and they weren't meaningful. That just pissed them off, I guess.
I snicker to myself when I hear you fail.
Doesn't turn to look at you. He just says, "Mr. Duke, you're not the boss of me. I got a mission here, and it's nothing to do with you. If I gotta cooperate with this," he gestures at Pizza Girlfriend, to complete my mission.
Last we
No, that's
interacted
one
with her,
thing.
she was a prisoner.
I thought
Of
you were here on
Harrison
an
Armor.
anti-piracy mission.
And now you're attacking her the same way the people that almost killed us did.
Well, last I interacted with her, she was kicking up
You
the
know what's
station
picking up
systems
this station
against
systems
us.
against you right now? This satellite. We don't have time for this.
You're right. We don't. And
Why do you have that voice now?
because
Oh my
I want to
God.
shoot
Oh shit.
Adi.
Yikes.
What
Okay,
happened? I thought Duke was like all for Albatross a second ago. Oh my God. We're going off the
He
radar.
lied. He lied.
Oh,
He lied about
no.
his mission.
This is great.
Okay, roll
Yeah, that is not anti-piracy.
the damage on your gun.
I mean, my pistol is just one kinetic.
Okay, if you fire at him, he turns to look at you and draws his sword. What's everybody doing?
Before he moves, can I rip the knife out of the console and stab him with it?
Yeah, there's a lot of oh shit, you're not supposed to move removable storage during operation.
Cancel.
Warnings
Cancel.
come up
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the screen. And you have a knife in your hand. Roll attack because he's alert now.
Alert.
You're only like 20 feet away.
I'm just imagining in the hall like whistling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's plus accuracy. It's too delayed. You know, it had too many notifications popped up. I just couldn't get it out quick enough.
Rough.
You stab him right in the chest. The heavy razor-sharp blade of the knife glances off and, like, totally overextend yourself. He has drawn his saber and is moving towards the door. Pizza girlfriend stands up, whips around, sprays him with submachine gun fire.
Shit.
Oh,
His brother is
That's
right outside
a
the door.
critical. He keeps moving, but there's a slight pink haze around him. Any of you who have any experience with fighting in a vacuum know that that's blood. Bradbury, you notice his brother has perked up at this point. His mech sort of stands up and levels its spear towards you.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is quite bad. Potentially. Quite bad. It's bad.
I need you
James
guys to be
bad.
honest. Who do you think was the last into the room, and do you think they would have closed the door?
Yeah, I would have gone in first, and then the other guy, the albatross guy, to like be maximally threatening, would definitely have closed.
Would he have if his brother was out there?
He seemed like pretty intent on sending like a sort of message of belligerence, which that seems like a cheap way to do that.
I think he thought you guys were on his side too.
I think we thought we were too.
Thank you.
I'm okay with this. I'm just very surprised the way this turned out.
Right, so the door is closed. He gets to the door and has it open. I think it's now his brother's turn.
John?
He hefts his shield, moves it, practically blocking the entire hallway. He's further down the hallway than you are, Bradbury, and advances toward you, the tip of his spear protruding around the shield.
Like blocking her in.
Two attacks against you. Does a 10 hit you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so you take 6 damage. So at the base of the butt of the spear, you notice it looks like a revolver type cylinder mechanism. As he advances, he fires projectile from the tip of his spear at you. It strikes you, and then as he advances, he strikes at you with the spear itself. Oh, that's a critical. So that's 7 damage.
Oh,
Oh man.
wait, if I only have 13 HP, what
It means
happens?
you take a structure damage.
Structure, I think.
Mark a structure, and then you roll a d6 from the crit table.
Pretty much you just don't want to roll a 1, I think.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh,
fuck.
Ah, shit.
Wait, do you have
Oh yeah, do
by
you have
any
custom
chance, do you
paint or
have
something?
like do you have a
Let me dig out the old critical chart.
oh shit. It's super bad.
Any of you at all tuned into sort of galactic pop culture or military culture know that the Albatross are pretty good at fighting. Mech is stunned until the end of your next turn. And what stunned does is...
Jesus Christ, thank God.
Yeah.
I thought she went into meltdown.
I think that's if you roll 2 1s.
Wait, is my My mech's destroyed, right?
No, it gets worse if you have more structure. On your first hit, you just get stuck.
Look up what
Oh, okay,
stunned
okay.
does. Okay, stunned is you cannot overcharge, take free actions, reactions, move, or take any mech actions. You may mount or dismount your mech, eject, and then take normal actions as a pilot. Attackers receive 1 accuracy against you. You automatically fail all hull and agility checks.
I'm cursing out Duke right now.
Duke is up now.
Do they know how much distress I'm in right now?
I think he
Can I send out like a mayday?
kind of
call
has a
right now?
sense that you're folding under his assault.
Yeah, can I try to take Gore as a hostage? Like,
It's Adi.
grab him, put the gun to his head, and then sort of call out to Adi and tell him to stand down or I'll kill Gore.
Reverse those names.
You can definitely try, but he's is not incapacitated in any way. He has a sword.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'll just hit him with my sword then.
I'll just hit him with my sword. Let's see what your roll is. Roll brawl, I think. Or I get brawl or grit. It's up to you.
Okay. They're both flat.
1.75. Oh shit. All right. So that's
Crit. Are there
critical
crits to
hit.
pilot?
I'm saying yeah, because otherwise, he's wearing an assault suit, which gives him 2 armor.
Oh.
Otherwise, none of your only heavy pilot weapons could damage him.
Yeah, somebody said on the Discord that the way that pilot combat structured, it never ends because no one can do more damage, and the armor that you start out with blocks all of the weapons.
He attempts to block, but there's just too much going on around him. You stab into his chest and the side of his solar plexus, where it's soft armor. More blood comes boiling out of the wound. He is still on his feet, though.
And my sword hits for 2.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping track of that.
Okay.
And Pizza Girlfriend is up. She puts her hand up to her helmet in the sort of classic talking into a headset pose. None of you receive any transmission, though.
President?
Hotwire, you're up.
So for clarification, is my mech in this room or is it outside?
No,
it's outside. That's bad.
I thought you're in your mech.
No.
Is Pizza Girlfriend's mech in this room or did she dismount as well?
No one's in there.
Oh, she left it outside as well.
Sorry, your mech is
Oh,
in
okay,
this room.
good. So what I'm gonna do is
everybody else is outside.
How long would it take me to get back in it?
Let me double check. This is actually important in this situation.
Because she asked me to dismount while we were in here. Do I get any?
And I think mount or dismount is a separate.
Boot up is a full action, I'm pretty sure.
Well, I guess.
There we go. Boot up is a full action.
Okay.
Mount or dismount is a quick action. So you could
really? Wow.
do something and then move and then mount, and then it will be a full action to boot up.
In that case, I want to mount immediately. And then I want...
So that's a quick action.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do another quick action.
Okay.
Not mech related.
Can I?
If you'd like.
So I can't move.
Oh, because you have to be in your mech getting situated. And if you moved, you wouldn't be able to take the boot up thing next round.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right now you're climbing up into your cockpit, so it wouldn't make sense if you climbed in there and then moved away. And your mech isn't active
yet. So I need the whole round to get it active. Okay. What can I do? Quick action.
I think you could just shoot him.
Even before I mount it up. Yeah, sure. I'll take that.
Or after on it.
Let's say as I'm running to my mech as quickly as possible, I'm gonna pull out my sidearm and take a shot at him.
Okay, roll. I think this is just grit, so it's a flat roll. You take a wild shot as you're getting buckled into your mech and totally miss him. Next, it's Adi's turn. He is going to lash out at you, Duke. Totally fails to hit you. You block him easily, but he takes advantage of that time to move to his mech and mount up.
His mech's in here too?
No, he's moved out into the
Or he's
corridor.
outside now. Okay.
Bradbury, I think it's your turn.
Tom, so realistically, can I do anything besides get out on my mech and attack?
I mean, you're in your mech, so
Right now.
you could attack with your mech.
Oh, I can't, even though I'm
Oh,
you're
shit.
stunned.
Yeah,
I'm
I completely
stunned.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it specifically says no mech actions. So I think that pretty much covers it. So now Gore is going to continue his onslaught. So that's a hit.
Oh, geez.
That's so he strikes at you with his spear for 6 more damage, but as he fires the cannon built into it, it fires wide.
Is Bradbury still stunned at the end of her round?
She ends the condition at the end of her round.
So she's not stunned anymore. That's good. Okay.
So back up to the top, Duke, you're up.
Yeah, I want to get my mech.
So you
Start it
can
up.
mount this turn, and then next turn you can boot up.
Getting out of the room.
Cool. Yeah, so I'll mount, and then I want to say to Pizza Girlfriend, like, if your frame is anywhere nearby, it'd probably be a good time to, fight these guys.
Hear her over her comms. It sounds like it's kind of cutting in the middle of a ongoing transmission. She says, "God damn it, hangdog, where are you? Get in here. We're about to get fucked up. Where are you?"
All right.
The hang dog.
Wire, it's your turn.
Okay. Can I move freely in the mech now? Is it powered up?
You can spend this turn powering up because technically what you did is mount. You just got in, and now it has to boot up the systems.
That'll be the whole turn. No quick action. Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna boot it up. Flip all the switches. Strap in my harness and relay the same message to Pizza Girlfriend. Be like, if you're with us, this is the time to show it to the entire team. We need you now.
It is Bradbury's turn.
I'm gonna steady myself first, so I get +1 accuracy on my rifle rolls, and then I'm gonna do my pulse.
Pulsing.
Okay. You take difficulty on this because you're engaged in melee.
Okay.
So
you
it should
took
cancel out.
your
I
steady.
think-
guessing.
yeah, so it just it cancels out then.
Plus, isn't it an
It is
accurate?
accurate.
Isn't the pulse accurate?
Yeah.
So just make sure you take your net, whatever the net is.
So it would be the net is
+1.
that.
Well, and you can re-roll. You get to re-roll.
Reroll with.
You take you did a critical, like 20 or more on your attack roll, so you get to take the best of your 2 attack rolls. You can roll the damage twice and take the better result.
Oh.
Although I doubt you would outroll. Oh, nice.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
22 for the hit.
16 damage?
16 damage.
Okay. So you unload your pulse rifle. Gore manages to get his shield between you and between himself and the blast. However, you can see there are rounds punching through the weaker points of the shield. He takes 7 damage.
So and then I'm gonna do my assault rifle.
You have difficulty on all of these,
Okay.
by the way.
But that cancels out because I steadied, right? It's accurate.
So it's just a flat roll now.
Yeah.
Nice.
17, and then that is a 1.
For the viewers at home, that was a 17.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
And that was not.
Or assault rifle doesn't seem to contribute anything to the onslaught.
It's not my my pulse rifle. And then that's all I got.
Okay. So after you paste him with a pulse rifle, he leans forward and crowds you with the shield. The rest of your shots going wild. Back up to the top, Duke. I'm assuming you're gonna spend the round booting up.
Yep, boot up.
Okay.
Up.
It takes you 2 rounds.
You have to get in as 1 turn and then boot up.
Oh, it's like an old Windows computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta connect to the Wi-Fi network as well. By the way, if we're recording this at the moment, I recommend putting some of the Tron Spotify playlist in the background. It's
Yeah, I
really
got that
doing
playing too.
wonders.
Okay,
for the team.
Pizza Girlfriend doesn't appear to be contributing anything to the conflict.
Yeah, we'll do.
The game has changed. It's working real well right now.
Hotwire, I'm assuming you're going to boot up as well.
I already booted up.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I booted up last term. Yeah,
Who's booting up now? Hotwire?
I'm still in the
Adi
room.
is...
Wait, do I get to do anything, or am I still booting up?
No, I was... you can act on your turn, but Adi's next, and I thought you were
Okay.
still booting up, so I was just going to
Okay.
skip, take care of Eddie, but
All right.
everybody was booting up at once, but since you're not. Adi is going to move... Okay, he's going to attack Bradbury.
God damn it!
He's out of his mech, though, isn't he?
No, he
It said that over
booted up last
the
round.
radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it.
So,
Man, in like 3 seconds, I'm going to come blasting out of that room.
okay, so he rolls on 11. He's kind of aiming past his brother's mech. So that's a strike with the melee, but it looks like he's having difficulty shooting past his brother and not hitting him. So he just hits you for 6 damage with his spear.
I'm struggling.
So are you okay? Do you take
I have one more. HP, so my HP 13. Well,
Oh, and however, he uses the momentum from his attack to swing around and drive his lance into you, Duke, for 6 damage.
That's also to Bradbury
Oh, that's to you, Duke.
or to me?
Yep. He's got
Okay.
one of them abilities.
to you.
Yep.
Thank God.
Oh,
Sorry.
damn abilities.
Let me see. These guys' character sheets are a little complicated. Let me make sure I'm not missing any opportunities.
I'm sure it's fine. You don't have to check. It's probably okay.
Oh, you've probably got everything.
You know it. It's good.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is everything. Bradbury, it's your turn.
I'm going to use the actually. Isn't there a healing action? I can
His
do?
repair,
That's your
yeah.
full turn. if you do that.
Yeah. And that clears all my hit points.
It'll clear your hit points, yeah, but
Yeah.
not your structure.
Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna heal actually.
Word.
Oh, and when you do stabilize, you reload.
Oh, sick.
Or like you can choose one of multiple things and reload one.
Okay.
And you should also check off.
Okay.
Duke, you are up.
I'm gonna go for not the shield guy. I confuse them all the time, but Gore is the mean one. Right?
I know Gore is kind of the nice one, but Adi is the one.
Maybe we can turn him against his brother.
Adi
Save
is
the
on
baby.
your side, and Gore is on Hotwire's side. And if you want to attack the one who's not, is on Bradbury's side, Gore is on Bradbury's side. And if you want to attack the one who's not on your side,
yeah.
You're going to take 1 difficulty because they sort of have cover from the other one, if that makes sense.
I want to get the closest guy.
We're in like really close quarters at this
So
point,
you
right?
can't freely move back and forth. Sorry, what was the last thing?
I'm attacking the guy, not the one with the shield and gun spear. I'm attacking the guy who just booted his mech up and attacked Bradbury.
They both have gun spears, but the other one has the shield.
Yeah, I want to barrage the closest brother to me. So this is the heavy. I'm not going to take any of my duelist stuff on my main. So this is my main. And then, assuming I'm in melee engagement range, that cancels out with Vanguard, so my pistols are just straight D20.
Okay, sorry. Which is your first attack?
The heavy, the Tetsubos, I have to lead with that to avoid the heavy barrage penalty.
So your first 2 hit, the rest don't.
So this is damage for the heavy, and this is for my main, my sword. And the sword that's AP damage because it's thermal. And then I deal a total 5 burn.
Next, it's the guy who you hit's turn, and he's going to press his attack against Hotwire. Bradbury. 1 hit again against him, and he. What's your evasion, Duke?
9.
He lashes out against Bradbury, dealing 6 damage, striking with his spear, and then turns to you and jabs at you, failing to do any damage, but attempting to herd you back.
No.
And you hear on the comms, "Just wait till I'm done with your squad mate, you Karrakin fuck. Then I'll teach you who the warrior is."
He's got my blood up, but I'm not responding.
Be the bigger man, Duke. Hotwire, it's your turn.
All right. In terms of how to get out of the doorway from that room, is it like a slow process? Would there be any benefit to me like ramming through it or anything like that?
Getting out of the room isn't so much the problem. The problem is Duke is between you and the enemy. So they're either going to have heavy cover, which would be 2 difficulty, or you could try to like ram Duke out of the way and sort of send him flying and be prone so you can attack him yourself.
What if I attack with the drone nexus, since they're smart? Would that
I think that's
help at all?
going to suffer from the same penalties, because I feel like the nexus weapons depend a lot on your mech's hardwired system designating targets and guiding them and that kind of thing.
Okay.
And by the way,
okay.
If you use the flamethrower, you're going to make it's just going to be straight up. You make an attack roll against everyone, and if you hit Duke, he's going to take the same damage as everyone else.
Okay, well then I'll rein that in for the time being. After finally booting up Hazard Engine, now online, I'm gonna come barreling out of the door to find Duke just like blocking the hallway. I'm not gonna use the flamethrower because that is way too uncontrolled in this space. Would the same penalty apply in terms of like rolling against everyone? Would the same thing apply to like the prototype weapon or like my other standard weapons?
Yeah, it's gonna, unless there's something that's seeking or otherwise ignores cover, then yeah, definitely.
Can I try to make a tech attack on not the far guy, the guy who's engaged with Bradbury?
Yeah, but I still think that actually no, there's 2 mechs between you and him, and I don't think that's going to be possible.
Is it Ari? Is his name?
The further guy?
No, the guy closest to us.
The guy who's furthest away from you is Gore. The guy closest to you is Adi. Fitzwallace.
Adi Fitzwallace. Can I try? Would I be able to do a tech attack on Adi?
Yes, but you'd still take the cover thing.
I mean, that's pretty much all I've got right now. I guess I'll try my best to move up in a way that would make me better. Granted, the space only accommodates like a single mech at a time, but like trying my best to like block the space so that it's like more covering the room behind us. Just in case like everything goes haywire, we essentially become an obstacle to get back in that room. And then I'm going to try to make a tech attack on Adi.
Okay, go for it.
Fail me now. 11.
That's a success.
All right.
So it depends on if you want to take a quick tech or a full tech. You can...
I was kind of going all in, so I'm assuming full, unless that brings
full
some kind of penalty, because I can't do anything else. Actually, what I'm trying to do is just like impair him. Is that something that's still allowed through tech attacks?
So basically with a full tech, you do 2 things from the quick tech list, which include bolster. Oh, that would give an ally +1 accuracy on their next skill check before the end of its next turn. You can scan, gaining 2 of the following: current HP, armor, and evasion. A number of different things about the enemy. You can lock on, which gives them the lock on condition, which any attacker can spend the lock on to gain accuracy, or you can invade, which allows you to inflict the impaired condition, inflict the crippled condition, or inflict 1d3 heat. You get to pick 2 from the list, and you can repeat them if applicable.
Okay. So you said if I lock on, because we haven't done lock on a whole lot, and it's a lot of abilities rely on that. If I lock on to him, can any of my allies utilize that lock on, or is it just me?
Any ally, well, technically any attacker can use lock on to gain accuracy. Yes, and then lock on is ended on that target.
Fabulous. I'm going to lock on to Adi, Adi's mech, and I'm also going to impair him so that he has difficulty on all attacks.
Okay.
All actions, attacks, and
Next
skill
up is Gore. He is going to make 2 attacks against a critical. 2 attacks against Bradbury.
Son of a bitch.
Okay. So you take a total of 13
Okay.
damage.
That's no good. He's bad.
His spear and cannon.
So I take the 7, and then I take a structure, and then I take 6 more.
Yeah, it does
Okay.
carry over.
Do not roll a 1.
Is it still just a D6, or is it another?
You roll 2d6 now and take the lower because you have
Okay.
1 critical damage. Okay. Let me control the handy dandy critical chart. Oh, parts of your mech are torn off, potentially limbs. He's going to destroy your pulse cannon.
Oh
No!
my god. Son of a, that is unforgivable. This guy's gonna die.
Just rams his spear right up the barrel and twists it off, both tearing it off its mounting and twisting the components of it into uselessness.
I start
We all
crying.
see that happen? Is it visible enough to have that all visible to all 3 of us?
I think you have it's a pretty confusing melee. Maybe you see like a damage marker light up on your sort of Discord, but I don't think you can, especially you, because there are 3 mechs between the 2 of you, all engaged in melee combat.
Sure.
And
That's right.
Adi is the one.
pretty.
Is Adi
chaotic.
making this attack?
Oh, it's Gord.
Oh, Gore is.
Oh, Gore.
Is that
his
right?
first name? No.
Gore just made that
Okay.
attack.
Gore is the guy further down the hall, right?
Yeah, he's not the one next
Okay,
to you.
cool.
You all receive a sort of PA transmission saying, "Small wings, get out of there. We're not equipped to win this fight." And Bradbury, it is...
Daft Punk is really, really amazing in this scenario.
It's almost like it was made for it.
Yeah,
Bradbury, you're
really
up.
was.
I'll steady myself, and I guess I'll just shoot my regular assault rifle. So
Just fire my assault rifle like a
I
chump.
know. I was crying in my mech. You said it's I have a difficulty, but I get an extra accuracy because I studied.
That's right.
Who are you shooting at?
The guy attacking me.
They're both attacking.
They're both attacking me. The one who just took away my pulse with.
Gore.
Right. Okay, so that's a hit.
It's unforgivable.
That is a miss. Oh, you're rolling damage.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so it's just that 5 damage.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Paul.
So you fire, but the shield is doing a pretty impressive job of, looks like, preventing any harm from coming to this guy. Duke, you're up.
I want to barrage again against Adi.
Go for it.
Do you have anything that can use a lock on?
Yeah. Actually, can I also like rotate around Adi so that he's like between me and Hotwire?
You'd have to make some kind of roll for that. I'd say grapple.
I don't know if I want to start grappling with an IPSN frame.
They fight dirty.
If let's say I like succeed on the trip thing, can I like then be disengaged and freely move away? I have an ability to knock somebody prone on an agility check.
Yeah, I think you can probably step over him if he's prone.
So I'm going to start out barraging, same sequence as last time, except I'm consuming a lock-on my main, but I'm also taking the duelist trip play.
Okay, so it evens
this
out.
Is the heavy, the main, it's also, just a flat roll. And then the pistols are also flat. And did Adi do his turn yet?
It was skipped because he was stunned from losing a structure.
Does he go through like taking the burn and clearing it?
He does
Okay.
this turn, yeah.
Adi has to pass an agility check or he's knocked prone.
Whew, that's a miss. Yeah, he is prone precisely because you're in zero gravity, but you slam him to the side of the tunnel and roll damage.
Nice.
Okay. This is the heavy.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you destroy him.
Oh my god.
Sick.
Absolute perfect shot. Did that use the lock on?
I did use the lock on, yes.
Fantastic.
To make sure that I passed my my prone thing.
Perfect.
In a flurry of blows, smash and destroy his chassis in a manner incompatible with life, and step over the shattered remains.
Yeah.
Wire, you're up.
All right. Well, I'm still blocked for most of the combat, I'm assuming. Can I?
No, I cleared the like I did the prone. I mean, he's dead, so it's irrelevant. But the idea was to get out of your way.
Oh.
You're not a.
So I can actually freely fire on Gord. Can I move into a position where I have a straight shot at Gore so that I'm not going to be at risk of hitting my squad?
Bradbury is still between you and Gore, regardless.
Okay. I'm assuming I can tell that she's looking kind of rough with like the parts of her mech hanging off and everything.
Yeah, she's definitely taking some licks.
Okay. Then in that case, I am going to pull up my keyboard again and try to do a tech attack again on Gore.
You place your keyboard atop the server and send out your technology writ.
Perfect. I'm going to attack him with Wi-Fi. 14.
Okay, that's a success.
All right, I'm going to do the same thing as I did last time. Impair. It's full tech attack because I physically can't do anything else. So impaired, and lock on. So if anybody can use lock on, take full advantage.
What's lock on do again?
Okay.
Knock these fuckers down.
Somebody can get a free accuracy on an attack.
Oh, okay. I think
I have another ability that lets you use lock on.
It is now Gore's turn. You all hear a public address radio transmission. Small Wing, your brother lives in you. Cleave to the honor of the Albatross. And Gore lashes out at you, Bradbury.
God damn it!
What's your armor? Is it 9 or?
What'd you say?
He takes 1 difficulty.
Oh, that's right. Is it 7 or lower?
My armor?
Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Or my evasion? Or my damage?
Evasion.
It's 8.
Okay, that's a 16, so that's gonna hit.
Whoa.
So you take 6 damage.
Okay.
Jesus.
And the boosters on his back swivel and ignite, jetting him away from you. Bradbury, you can use 1 mount's worth of weapons against him as an Overwatch attack, as a reaction.
You can use accuracy?
Yeah, you can definitely consume that.
You get an Overwatch shot because he's retreating out of your sphere of control. Just an automatic attack.
Oh, okay. So it's just my soul rifle then. It doesn't count as my action, so I want to stabilize this.
This is a reaction. This isn't your turn.
Oh, okay.
When people are close to you, then they run away. They have to take an attack for you.
Okay. Just go get to pick what.
You only have 1 gun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be I just rolled the damage. Or is it?
She has to roll attack, right, Tom?
Yeah, you definitely do. And you still take a difficulty from engagement, I think is how it works.
And that's -1d.
Yeah, but you could take Tycho's lock on to roll a flat 20.
Yeah, Tycho, I'm going to take your lock on. Is that okay?
Do it. You got the best shot.
You're not likely to get another chance.
No!
Okay. You fire down the hallway. Your shots go wild. Can anybody move more than 12 spaces per round?
No.
That would be a speed of 6,
Okay.
I'd assume.
Wait, you can't repeat
that's
moves on an
including-
overcharge, right?
You can boost, which gives you a move.
Right, but I mean, I can't boost twice by overcharging. So then, no, I can't catch him unless I can.
Wait, no, we figured it out that you can boost.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that.
Or sorry, in that case, it's 18. If you can move more than 18 spaces per round, counting overcharging.
If I what if I roll a 20 on my first round?
You don't roll for movement.
Yeah.
It
was more of a joke.
What about?
Because I gain an extra action.
Yeah, you're saying if you burn the well, you could also just burn your core power.
That's what I mean.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. This is the only other mech, and we're killing this guy. So if I burn core power, then I'm basically boosting 3 times. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. Okay. So he moves 12 down the flies using his boosters down the hall. So 12 this round because he took a barrage. Next, it is Duke's turn. So you
he doesn't have to take any kind of I guess he doesn't. Not like a maneuver check or anything like that to do that, because he takes 1 difficulty.
So it's just Bradbury between you and Gore. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So roll agility.
Oh, hi. Oh.
So you kick your servos into high gear, move at top speed down the hallway, and slam into Bradbury, and the two of you bottleneck in the tight hallway and come to a grinding halt as Gore flies silently out of sight. You catch a transmission from him. One day, you'll all die for what you did to my brother.
Well, I guess this story needed a villain, you know?
And he's gone.
All right.
From like 100 feet down
you guys
the hall.
can attempt to chase if you want, but you won't catch him.
Yeah.
From about 100 feet down the hall, Hotwire screams, "Did you get him?"
Did
you get him?
What's going on, guys?
I'm like walking.
Did you win?
Back to the surveillance room, and I kind of like brush by Hotwire and go back into the surveillance room.
Got him, right?
And like close the door behind me and then seal it with my thermal laser.
He's gone. Wait.
Thermal. Oh, your
my
thermal.
Pistol, like whatever. Like melt the controls off.
Okay.
Use it shut. Locking myself in there with Pizza Girlfriend.
Wait, Duke, I can't get in. Come in, Duke.
This is in your Mac.
I'm in my Mac. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll play that off. Play that out in just a second. I have to make some secret rolls real quick.
I thought you just, for a moment there, I thought you said I have to go make some pizza rolls.
Also good things.
I'll be right back. There, I gotta go get them.
Okay. Secret rolls completed. I'd say you have the floor. You're apparently intending something dramatic.
Yeah, we have to jump off though.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, this has certainly been an interesting and unexpected session. So we'll pick it up next weekend, I guess.
We're Emily's bridal shower. Our bridal shower's next weekend, so we're not gonna be around, unfortunately.
Oh shit! Oh, congratulations. Huh. I was talking with my dad about ideas for your bachelor party, by the way, Brent.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Yeah, this should be a lot of fun.
Seems like it's hard to go wrong in Philly.
Yeah, for sure. I figured we just, we watch some Neo Yokio season 2.
Fuck yeah, dude. Is that out yet?
Vagina shaped things. If we get a bunch of penis shaped things. Like, is that how it goes?
Yeah, it's like that episode of Everybody Loves Raymond where there's like the sort of abstract sculpture of a vulva. Yeah, we just admire.
I mean, if we're sticking to the Neo Yokio theme, there should be one vagina-shaped thing at the beginning and one vagina-shaped thing at the end.
Cool. Well, it sounds like we got it all worked out.
The rest will sort of fill in the gaps by itself.
Oh my. Woo. Well, GG, guys.
GG. I definitely
GG.
Duke definitely has
Yeah,
like
that
a
was
an episode ending kind of like. I think we have some things to work out.
Yeah. Out of game, I for
Indeed.
sure
Anime
thought that I
snare.
was going to have to like. Yeah, I for sure thought I was going to have to hide the fact that my character was going to be becoming like steadily less and less aligned with whatever you were doing with Albatross until it like reached a tipping point. But this is going great.
Yeah, I have to come up with some kind of stupid reason why Duke would have done that.
Which?
So
I mean, you're a union man,
yeah, I
right?
mean what I was thinking was he by saying you're interfering with their mission, he kind of like implied that they were lying about the anti-piracy stuff, and that and combined with just like not listening, like I don't know, not following our orders.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, Duke hates that.
He does. All right,
Man. Oh,
All right.
great
Well,
game to come back
one more
after the
call for
hiatus.
Duke.
There. Yeah.
All right, good deal.
Hey,
We'll
catch
see you
you
guys.
guys later.
Bye.
Bye.